Hello, good afternoon. It's Chrissy here from COLOP UK. So as mentioned, I decided to do this demonstration, because I know that we now have a number of our members with the latest Go. So, and I will do the same with the eMark app and also the Create app a little later on, not today, but sometime next week. But I think it might be a good idea for me to show you around the device itself, but also give you a real full understanding of the app, how it works, where you can get your support, and also, you know, where the FAQs are, lots of different things that I think that you'll benefit from, and also show you how easy it is to use this. So I'm just going to wait for a few more members to join. Please don't worry if you've missed this Facebook Live. I know it's in the middle of the afternoon on a Thursday and most people will be working. However, the wonder of technology means that I can actually put this demonstration on the group for 30 days. So you can go and watch it anytime you like. And for our members, hello Kate. For those members who are watching this, if there's anything that you see that you want to refer back to, then you can do that for 30 days. So I hope that everybody is well. Be interesting to see how many of you that are watching today have actually got to go. I know Kate has one. My colleague Kimmy also has a go. And so let's just give it a few more, well, a couple more minutes. Hi Kaz, good to see you. Good to know that you're watching. If you have any comments, please pop them in the comment section if you have anything you want to ask. Now we do have a number of people working on the Facebook group now, and I'm so grateful for those that have agreed to be our experts. So that's obviously Kate Kennedy, who's also agreed to be admin, yay. And we have Jane Tate and Karen Cameron. So I'm delighted to say that, and also we've got Wendy Hogarth, who's also an expert. So if any of you do have any questions and you know you can't get to me or I haven't picked things up, they will pick it up, and if there's anything technical then they will send it to me direct. So please don't worry, there is support there for everyone. So I'm going to get started. As I say, this will be on the group for 30 days. If you want me to go back with anything, in fact, Kate, can you just send me a quick comment, please, just so as I know I can pick it up? Just send me a quick comment. It's a thing with these Facebook Lives. So, as soon as I've seen the comment, maybe just put hello, Christy, or something in it. Can you hear me okay, Kate? Great, fantastic. Okay, so I know that everything is working, so I am now going to get on with the demonstration. So, as you have all seen my previous demonstration, this is the new Go. So, oh, hello Louise, nice to see you. And it's in a beautiful box, which makes it really good for stacking. And inside the box, you've got your Go, you've got your quick setup guide, tips and tricks. You've also got your cartridge, and you have your your USB cable for charging. So everything's in this box that you need to get set up. The only accessories that are, thank you, that are different to the eMark and the Create are these two and the case. So we've had to make a different ruler to fit the size of the Go because it is smaller than our other two products. And you will also notice on this one, there are guidelines. You can use it left to right, right to left. So if you're left-handed, fine. And also this 3-in-1 ribbon guide. I mean, it's a fabulous little piece of kit. This is, I love it. It's probably my favourite actually. You've got your 10, your 15, your 25mm ribbon guides, sort of holders there. So, and I'll show you a little later how to feed that in. This 3-in-1 and your ruler will come part of a bundle if you're buying from our shows. And also the case, bear with me a second. This case is great. you won't get a pink, sorry. But we do have the Very Perry, which is the most popular colour now. That was, I think, voted the most popular colour of 2022. It will probably be the most popular colour this year as well. It's fabulous. And also a grey, which is equally as fabulous. So you open up the case and you've got this little netted pocket. You can see I've got my little cable inside, and you can also store a spare cartridge in there if you so wish. And your eMark Go will store nicely in there. This is great if, like me, you're wanting to take your eMark Go with you. The name is Go because you can use it on the go. Right, now to the device. Okay, this device, you can see how small it is if I just sit it in my hand. It is very small and nicely compact. You'll notice I have a pinkish, it actually matches my nail varnish and my rings. These are exchangeable handle labels, and in our literature you can find a link. So for those of you who have the Cricut machines, you can make your own exchangeable handle. I'm going to do a demonstration either today or tonight sometime to show you how easy it is to change this label. It really is, and it means that, you know, you can put what you want on it. Karen, so Karen's been after a purple top for her eMark for some time, so with this you can make your own. So looking on the underside, we've got a hole, so I'm just going to turn my eMark Go on, and then if you look at the top, you'll soon see two green indicator lights. There we go. So those indicator lights show my ink level and also my battery level. When your ink level and your battery level get low, those indicator lights will change to amber. So keep a close eye on those. But as with our other eMark products, you will also see those levels change on the app. I'll show you that when I log on. So if I just turn over and take the base off, very simple, very basic, but fabulous. And mine's quite dirty at the moment because I've been using it. Sorry, don't ignore that bit. So first of all, we've got 5 rollers. Those 5 rollers are for ease of use. So if you have dexterity issues, you can glide the device. You don't need to apply any pressure whatsoever. And you may be able to do a little bit of curving sort of prints. If you do, let me see them. There's your print head. It's the same size, it's the same print head as we use in our other devices. It's a C2 tricolour cartridge. You can also use the black pigment cartridge as well. As with our eMarks, we do recommend, if you're not using it all the time, then please wipe the print head top to bottom every week, because it really does make a difference and it keeps that ink flowing and stops it from drying out. So, I mean, I do mine and I use mine all the time anyway. And, oops, I wanted you to hear that sound. Can you hear that sound? That sound means, please put me back on the base because I've been off way too long and there's a danger of the ink printhead from drying out. So, that's that bit. Now, you can see that we have a sensor here. That sensor needs to be touching the surface that you are printing on at all times. Hence, you have your ruler. So you can print onto those really tiny and uneven, uneven surfaces. Oh, hello, we have Suzanne from Germany. Oh, that's lovely. I'm glad that we've got people from outside of the UK joining us, because there's going to be some information for you in a little while. So, as I've just said, that's your sensor. Needs to be touching the surface you're printing on. If you're printing onto a bauble, if you're printing onto something very tiny or uneven, use your ruler. So that's basically it on the underside. And I'm just going to turn this off because I'm going to show you now where the cartridge goes. So the cartridge, if I just undo this, slots in here really nicely. Now what we do say is please be mindful not to touch these indicators, okay, on both the cartridge and on the Go device itself as well, because we don't want to cause any damage. But there is information on the quick setup guide as to how to insert the cartridge. Again, I will be doing another demonstration very soon to show you exactly how to put the cartridge in and how to take the cartridge out. One thing I will say is when you take your cartridge out of its foil wrapping, please be mindful that there is a little label on it, a little sort of cellophane thing over the top. please do be mindful and make sure you take that off, otherwise your device will not print. So that's basically the device. So now I'm going to switch it on, and I'm going to now turn this screen round and show you the app. So bear with me 1 second. Okay. Can Kate or somebody, and Kimmy if you're watching, can you please tell me if you can see the right way round? Let me just touch anywhere to turn it around. Come on, where are you? Here we go. 1 second. Always that bit there. There we go. Turn around. Okay, there we go. Touching the wrong button, obviously. All right, there we go. Hallelujah. Okay, so now you can see my iPad. I have my 2 green indicators on. I'm now going to connect to the Go app. So this is the Go app. It's the greeny bluey app, a bit of purple on the bottom. So if I just simply click on there, and once you've got all your SSID and your password in, this is the page that you will see. Thank you, Kate. Is everything okay? Can you see, are you seeing it the right way? Can somebody please let me know? If not, I will turn it on, mirror it. Kimmy, are you there? Can somebody please just let me know that what you're seeing is the right way round before I continue? Fabulous. Thank you very much. Great, great, great. Okay, so we're asked to join. So watch what happens when I click on the join. So click on join. And now we're looking at for that 3rd indicator light, which will start flashing blue. There we go, it's flashing blue. And once that stabilizes, there we go, from static, then we can see our levels. Hoping you can see the whole of the page. Please let me know if you can't. So we have 83% ink and we have 51% battery. So all is good. Right, you can also see on this page my imprints. So these are either imprints that I've added from the store, which I'm going to talk to you about a little later, and also imprints that I've added myself. Now, when you create an imprint, it will not automatically save as it does with your eMark and your eMark Create. You have to physically save it. I'll show you a little bit more on that later. So let's go back to the top. I'm going to click on, just see if you can see this. Can you see the top there? I'm just going to move it a little bit. We've got 3 lines there. So if you click on there, then you will get this pop up. Now this is settings. Let me just change that a little bit so as you can see it. Okay. Now we have notifications. If you click on that, you have an option of having those notifications on or off. Now, I find it's a huge benefit to have that switched on at all times, because if we have any special offers or news about your device, you won't get that information if it is turned off, but that option is yours. If I just go back, help. Now, I'm going to just turn my device off a second because I'm going to need my internet in a minute. So if I click on help, we've got the help centre, so click on this here. I do recommend, just click on that again just to make sure it comes up. I might need to close the app down, bear with me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go back, cancel that, just go in here and then click on help again. Okay, so if I click on the help centre, I recommend that each and every one of you go into this, because there's practically everything that you need to help you. Help by topic. You click on that and it will give you various topics, and also you have a search engine there at the top. Please do use this, it's brilliant. And if I just go back, we've got the software. So it tells you what the current software versions are, any updates and app downloads. And then we have our manuals, which is great. And also details about the accessories. So please do use that. I'm just going to go back one. Go back here. Oops. Cancel that. And then COLOP website. So if I click on here, we have, as you can see, it takes you to the colop.com website or emark.colop.com website. If you are ordering in the UK, please do see this section here where it says visit our COLOP UK shop. And if you click on that e-mark.co.uk, that will take you directly to our UK website. That's that. And then I'm just going to go back again and click on here and then contact COLOP support. Now, I mentioned a little earlier that I'm pleased to see that we've got a few people from outside of the UK joining us. So if you click on go to, now do bear in mind that you do need to have your device disconnected because you need your internet to access these. This is all about support. And as you can see, about us, mobile printing, etc., etc. And you can pop your own language in there. Obviously, we're on English at the moment. So setup manuals. And here at the bottom are your customer helplines. So we have Austria, the Czech Republic, France, Germany, Italy, Belgium, Spain, Switzerland, and here in the UK, this is here. So these are my details. So as you can see from that app, you've got lots of support, inspiration, you've got the whole lot. Please do use it. So if I just go back now, back to the eMark Go, just cancel that, it's wanting to join, it's ready to get going. You can also report an event. So let's say, for example, if something's happening with your app, you can help us improve the app by clicking on report event. So obviously it's got my details in here. So you simply pop what the event is in and send it off to us so as we can help you sort it out. I'm just going to cancel that, delete the draft. And then I'm going to go to the bottom here. We've got our privacy policy. Please do read that. And our terms and conditions. Also read those too. So that's the help. Now, your device online shop. We've already talked about the online shop. So I'm now going to go into, if you can see, we've got the eMark Go there. Okay, if I click on that bit there, there's my eMark Go SSID, and you'll see the version number. Now, the version's not come up because I'm not connected at the moment. There's the serial number. The serial number is unique to your device. Is everybody okay? Can everybody hear me okay? Please do say if you can't. And also here it says not printing correctly. Then we do our quick clean from here. So basically, as before with our other devices, fold a piece of paper, standard copy paper, over 2 or 3 times with your device connected to the app. Take it off the base, like so, and place the print head on top of the paper. Click on quick cleaning, and you should see 3 nice lines, coloured lines, just 3. You can also unpair from here if you so wish. So let me just come out of here. This is the app version 1.5.1.39. Again, if I'm doing an update or I'm telling you that there's an update, we will give you the version number. So this is where you will check it. So let me get connected. I'm just going to turn my device on again and wait for those 2 green lights. They have to be on before we click on connect. Then we click on connect like so, and then it's asking me to join. So if I just click on join, and then we're going to wait for that flashing blue Wi-Fi light, wait for it to become static, And once it stops flashing, there's my levels. Now I'm just going to go back into this top left, into the menu, sorry, top right. And I'm going to go into my device here. Now you can see my firmware version. So this one, we've had an update today. If yours hasn't already happened, please do not worry. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes it can take up to 24 hours for these updates to filter through. So please don't worry, it will happen. You can also disconnect your device from the app by clicking on disconnect if you so wish. So shall we get back to or onto the interesting parts? If there's anything in particular that I'm doing that you want to see again, just ask. And if I'm going too fast, please say, and I'm sure that either Kimmy or Kate or one of our experts will tell me, Chrissy, slow down. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do an imprint. So here's the imprint, and I'm going to click on that plus sign. So by clicking on that plus sign, it will take me to my imprint page. So this is where I can create my imprint. Everything that we do with the Go is all to do with fingertips and pop-up boxes. So we have a pop-up box here. I'm going to click on that line, and at this point I can add a background colour. I can change the width, so I'm going to change the width of my imprint line because the maximum imprint line is 150 millimeters. Let me just click anywhere to remove that pop-up box, will reduce it, and then using your fingers we can make that imprint line smaller to fit your surface. Now the Go is compatible with your mobile device only. There is no desktop version, so that means you can use it with your phone, your tablet. If you're using iOS, you can use it with your iPhone, your iPad. If you're using get this right. You can use it with iOS, that's your iPhone and iPad. Android, that's your phone and your tablet. And most of us have those now. And I find this really easy to use on my phone. I use an Android, a Samsung phone, and I find it really easy. Now, if you're unsure about the software, then you can need to go into, you see where I went into those three little green lines top right. That will take you to support, and you can see whether or not your device is compatible. Or simply ask me, send me a personal message and I'll check it for you. So I've now got my maximum imprint line, which is 150 millimeters. On the bottom, we have options: clip art, text, image, shapes. I'm going to start right from the left, and I'm going to click on clip art. You can search for a specific clip art if you so wish, or let's just scan up and see what we have. Now we will very soon be selling some clip art and imprints, so templates, and they will be very cheap. I can't give you the exact cost at the moment, but we have options with the Go as we do with the eMark and the Create. You can use websites such as pixabay.com to transfer images into your own photo gallery, and you can sort of transfer them from there. But if you're not comfortable and confident with that, or you're just curious to see what we're going to be selling, then you can buy the imprints, and they are going to be a fabulous range of clip art and templates. So look out for that, but also I will remind you. So let's just add something on here. Let's just add this little purple flower. You can see, I'm just going to move that across. You can see four red corners. That means that that image is editable. I can edit that image, and I'll show you what I mean. So you've got the purple flower there. So you can either use this bit that says size to change your size of your image, or you can use fingertips, because like I said, everything, I've got to highlight the image, everything is done via fingertips. You can also rotate it if you so wish. There we go. Or you can rotate using this, you see, put your finger along that rotation line. There we go. Now, I'm going to add some text, but before I do, I'm going to add some text now. Is everybody happy so far? Hello, Samantha, it's nice to have you watching. So I'm just going to click on text and your standard keyboard will appear. So let's just pop on hello. Oops, I can't spell. And I'm going to pop on here, hello members. Okay. Whoops, missed off the O. There we go. Hello. And it does have predictive text, just as our other two devices. There we go. Hello members. And then click anywhere in the app to pop it into the imprint line. So there we go. Let's move that across. And I'm going to talk about that red line a little bit later, because I know a few of you have been asking about that. So now, as with the flower, we can also change the size of the hello members by using this bar here or by using your fingers. But my recommendation is, before you change the size, is to change the font. Now, quite excited about the font actually. So if you click on where it says font, click on this bold Amiri regular, and it brings up all of our preloaded templates. No, it doesn't. Preloaded fonts. Been a long day. So most of these on here are the preloaded ones. There's one or two that I've added myself. So let me click on Emily's Candy. Now we can either use our fingers to increase that size, or we can use this here to make that bigger. And let's just move it across. Everything's done with your fingertips. So now I'm going to change the colour. We click on fill colour. You've got three options here. We have a grid, spectrum, which is my personal favourite, or you have sliders. Most of you who are using mobile phones now will be familiar with these, but let me go back to spectrum. No surprise when I select, I'm going to go for purple to match that flower. There we go. You see, you can just move it around until you've got the colour that you like. There we go, I'm quite happy with that. You can select, you can move the opacity as well. Okay, but I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to click anywhere in the app to apply it. Down here, we've got, so you can, if you're printing lots, or if you're using lots of text, you can move it to the left, centre, or your right. That's pretty standard. Now, I'm going to click on this flower because I want to show you these features along the top here. It's highlighted, it's got the red corners, so I can make changes. Now, watch what happens when I click this one. It turns the flower upside down. So if I just turn it back. Now I'm going to duplicate it. So if I click on here, you can see it's duplicated it. So I'm just going to drop that box down, move it across, okay? And then if you can see this here, if I click on that, it mirror images. So this isn't a good example to use as a mirror image because that flower, you can't mirror image it, but I'm going to give you, let me just put a clip art in actually, and then I'll show you. The bee is a good one to try. So let me just click on the bee and move it across, and then I'm going to duplicate it, okay? And then I'm going to mirror image it by clicking on this feature here. You see that? Now I know a lot of you will be quite excited about this particular feature because with the other two devices, it was a little bit complicated in the beginning. But now we've given you this bookend option, which I'm really excited about. Is everybody okay up to now? I'm hoping so. Okay, so I'm going to just delete these two. No, I'll leave the bee on there actually, because bees and flowers do go. But I'm just going to click on that little flower and I'm just going to rotate it slightly with my fingers. Okay, there we go. Once you're happy with your imprint, it's at this point when you are able to print. Now we've got lots and lots of options. Click anywhere to remove those four corners because you can't print if it's in the editing feature as it was there. So now that's ready to print. I'm just going to get my device and show you what happens when we print. So watch that middle indicator light. So that's one with the ink. So I'm just going to click on the print. See, it's flashing. There is a very, it's quite a quiet beep, but once that indicator light in the middle stops flashing, your imprint is ready to print. So what other options do we have? If I click up, we have on here, as I've mentioned, background colour. So I'm just going to click in there just so as you can see. Again, you have options. Let me use the grid for this one. So we can change the background colour. I've selected that very, very light. It's a creamy colour. Click anywhere in the app to apply it. We also have options of changing the start position of the imprint. Currently, the default is middle. So what does that mean? That means that your imprint will start from the centre of the print head, just as it does with the eMark and the Create. You can also change it to the side, which means your imprint will start from either side. So, and if you're left-handed, this is a great device for you too. So I'm just going to go back to middle. You can change your measurement unit. So currently the default is millimetres, but you can also change it to inches if you so wish. Move it back. And then we have auto snapping. Now, auto snapping is for alignment. So if I just click on this, and you can see, let me just pop that box down. If I click on here, you can see the line in the middle. It helps you align your imprints. If anybody's got any questions on this or wants some help with that, please do say. Now, we don't have a grid on here, so this auto snapping will help you. I use it quite a lot actually, so I always keep it on. Somebody asked me the other day, is it necessary to keep on? And I said, well, no, you can turn it off if you wish, but I just find it's easy for alignment. Okay, happy with that. So let me click on the pop-up box again. And font. Somebody asked me, well actually a few of you have asked me about adding your own font. It's very easy, as with our other devices. There is a plus sign just next to where it says Emily's Candy, because that's the one I'm using on here. If we click on that one, it will take me to my gallery, okay? And let me see if I can find one that I haven't got on here. Let's use, I think I might not have this one. So if I just click on this one, it will automatically bring it across. Now you will need to use sites such as Da Fonts or Google Fonts. I use Google Fonts because there's lots of free ones on there, and Da Fonts because there's also lots of free ones on there. It's automatically changed it, and it will automatically add it to your fonts. So you won't need to add it again. Once you've added it, it's there. I'm just going to change that back. Let me go to Emily's Candy. Now also notice, can you see? You can see in recents all of the, it's quite interesting this is, all of the fonts that I've used. So they're all my recent fonts. I'm just going to go back to Emily's Candy. Fill colour, we've gone through that. And also on here, we've got delete. And I think I've already covered that as well. So that's all ready to print. But let's do something else. So I'm going to now come out of here, get rid of those four corners. So now that's ready to print. All I do, click on print. But what if I want to save that particular imprint? Because as mentioned, it doesn't automatically save when you send an imprint to the eMark Go. You simply click on those. Let me just move this up a little bit because I don't think you can see. There we go, that's better. We've got 3 little black dots at the top there. So click on that. And then we've got the drop down box. We've got options to save, rename or share. So if you click on save, which I'm going to do in a minute, it will save it. You can rename it or you can share it. So you might want to rename it if you've already named it something. Sharing means, let's say, for example, we've got 2 very, very close friends on this group. Both are experts now, Jane and Kate. So they are best friends and they both absolutely love the Go. In fact, they both have our other devices. One's got a Create and one's got an eMark as well, so the full range. But they regularly share their imprints with each other. So by clicking on here, you get another box pop up and you've got options. You can also save the image. You can, if I just click on here, mail, and then I'm going to send that to my lovely friend and colleague, Kim. There we go, Kimmy, so Kim Smith. And I'm just going to pop a little message in here and then send it. Okay, so I've now shared that image with my friend and colleague, Kimmy. Very easy. Let me get back to these three little dots. So let's save this. Click on save. It says new imprint. We need to simply delete this. And I'm going to pop in here, hello members. There we go. And then all we do is click on the return. And it tells you that the imprint is saved. So we click OK. So if I come out of here, whoops, there's my imprint. If, let's say for example, you want to go into one of your imprints and you want to make changes. So let's say for example, I'm going to click on this one, Margaret. We click on Open in Editor. Click on that, and now we can make our changes. So what I want to do is I want to stop that from being continuous. So if I click the pop-up box, because it's on continual marking, I'm going to cover this again in a minute. So just click on that little toggle there, whoops, and it takes it off. Now, I'm also going to increase the size of that imprint line. Okay, like so, and there's a reason why I'm going to do it. Click anywhere in the app, make that smaller so as we can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this flower across, move Margaret across, and I'm going to duplicate that flower. So we click on duplicate, move it across. Let's move this up again. Whoops, not this one. Click on Margaret, move Margaret up, move the flower over, and I'm going to change the colour of Margaret. I've highlighted it, I've got those four corners, so click on your pop-up box, click on fill colour, and let's get Margaret looking a little bit similar to the colours of those flowers. There we go, click anywhere. So the reason why I've called this one up is to show you that's the size of the Margaret. Okay, so if you want to add another bit of text and you want exactly the same size as Margaret, that's the size 38. Now we've also got, shows you what font we're using. I'm quite happy with that font. That's a font that I brought across myself, so if anybody's interested in that one, it's a Da Fonts font and it's very easy for you to save into your files and then bring across to the app. So let's just click anywhere in the app and then click to remove those four corners. And now I'm wanting to print that onto ribbon. So I simply click on the pop-up box. I can click on continual printing. But if I just click out again, you'll see that we've got quite a big space after my flower, even bigger when I move that across. So what you can do, there are options. Click on the pop-up box. We can remove the white space. So remove white space simply means taking away that space there. So if you're happy for your flower, Margaret and Flower, to print continuously without any spaces, pop-up box, remove white space, and then click back out. And there we have our nice imprint ready to print. However, bear in mind, if you're printing something like this on ribbon, because we've got two flowers, this one will duplicate. So you'll have your flower, Margaret, flower, flower, Margaret, etc. But I'm quite happy with that. So what if you want a little bit of space in between your imprints when printing continuously? Very simply, make sure you've got no corners, no red corners. Click on the pop-up box and we can simply make that imprint line a little bit bigger. Click anywhere in the app, and if you're happy with that, take a note of the size that you've got, and you might want, let's say for example, you might only want there to be 85, so where are we, 75, 10 millimeters, sort of between each imprint. So what you do is, again, click on that pop-up box and you can move that width to make it 85. click anywhere in the app, and there we have. So I've already pressed on continue printing. I know the width that I want. I've removed the white space, and then I'm ready to print. So remember, that little light in the middle of your device will print. Once it's stopped flashing, then you're ready. Okay, so that's that. If you have any questions, please, please, please do ask as we're going along, but there's no questions coming through, so I take it that everybody's rather happy. So I'm going to discard, in fact, no, I'm going to click on the 3 dots at the top, and I'm going to rename it. Okay, so I'm going to put rename, I'm just going to put Margaret and flower, and then click go. There we go. All done. Click out the cross. The cross on the top corner will close that particular part down, so it closes it. And there I have my saved imprint. If I click on these categories here, you see, I'm going to show you all this in a minute. And thank yous. It will bring everything up. So that's everything. That's holidays. Everything to do with holidays. Let me just come back out of here. Oops, come out. Let's cancel. Okay, and then we have journaling. Journaling's quite big at the moment, isn't it? And then we have our thank you. So I'm going to now click on, let me see, let me go back. So new imprint. If there is anything anybody wants to see in particular, please do say. I'm going to go to image. Now the reason I'm going to image is because I'm really excited about this. As with our remark and our remark create, you can also, you've got images, there's lots of our other stamps there as well. We've got images, or we can store images in our photo gallery, and we can bring them across. Now I'm going to use this one. So this is a pixabay.com image, and I'm going to duplicate her, and I'm going to sort of turn her around so as we can make her look like a bookend. So she's highlighted, I've got those 4 red corners, duplicate. Oops, I don't think I pressed it. Did I press it? There we go. There we go. And then while she's still highlighted, we click on this and we've turned her around. So I've got 2 facing little fairies there. And what about if, I'm just going to click on her and I'm going to make her smaller. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to show you something that we don't have on the, well we do, but there's different ways of doing things. So if I just click on the pop-up box, and this, anything I'm editing now will only apply to the one that I've got with that's highlighted with 4 corners. I'm going to add a frame. So you simply pop your finger on the frame width there, and can you see what's happening? You can add a frame. Now this is really beneficial for so many things. I mean, you can make all your images look very different, bits of text that you want to put in a frame, etc. So you can also change the frame colour. Click on frame colour, and let's do a nice light pink. Click anywhere in the app to apply. You see? You can also, can you see what I'm doing now? The roundness. If you click on roundness, by moving your finger across, you can take those sharp corners off and make them, can you see what I'm doing? Nicely rounded. Okay, you can also rotate, remember, because we've got the 4 corners on there. Let's just pop her back. And then I'm just going to make her slightly bigger. Okay. So these are more options that you have. I am now going to click into shapes. We do have shapes on our other apps as well, but if I click on triangle, click anywhere in the app, move, I'm just going to move this slightly across, and then again, I've got those 4 corners, click on your box there, and actually let me just, bear with me while I just delete these little ones here, because I'm going to move this across so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so it's got the 4 corners, so I can highlight. Okay, everybody must be happy. There's no messages coming through. And if I now move, see what I'm doing with the roundness? just move it up. I can add a frame by just putting my finger on frame. Oh no, I can't with that, sorry, what am I talking about? There you go, see, sorry about that, forget that. But if I add my image, let's add this one here, move him across, make him slightly smaller, or her, then we click on the frame width, there we go, there we've got our frame. Anybody got any questions at the moment? I'm sure there will be one or two come through. Are you all interested with what's happening? Am I making any sense? Are you enjoying the demonstration? At the top here, I'm just going to move we've got an undo and we've got a redo. Okay, so that image as well. Now, what I recommend you do as well sometimes is have a little play with these little buttons here. So if I just click on the top there, so you can do a full screen, split screen, then you can carry on working, etc, etc. Right, okay, I'm now going to create, I'm not going to save that, I'm just going to discard that image, and I'm going to go into the store. Now, as you can see, I can't access the store because, sorry, just seeing one of my emails coming up, we have our Go connector. So we need to just turn our Go off, click out here, and then I'm going to click on the store. Right, let me just click on here. Now, as I mentioned, these are all free, so you can use any of these. Let me go back and show you again. So when you click on store, remember your device has to be disconnected from your app because you need your internet to access these. Click in, this is holiday, so click in here. To add all of those to your imprints, all you do is click on add to imprints. If you haven't already done this, please do. So let me go to the next one, journaling. I've already added all of these, but I'll add them again. So we'll simply click on add to imprints. Then you've just got additional imprints, okay? The little tick says it's done. I'm just going to click back, and then let's do holidays. We've already got holidays there. Is it the same one? Yeah, it's the same one there. Okay, do look out for in our store for the new imprints or templates rather, and clip art. They will be coming very soon. I will keep you updated with that. Okay, so I think now is time. Let me just see if there is anything else. One thing to talk about, and that is the updates. So as I mentioned in a post this morning, when we do an update, I will advertise it on the group, and I will also, if there's anything that you need to do, I will record it, as I did this morning. So for example, we had a notification that we have an update with a firmware change as well. And it's very important that you do accept these updates, so always click OK. And the reason being is it keeps your device running smoothly. And say, for example, the firmware was a very important change this morning. So very important that you changed that, you know, sort of clicked OK to that. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to connect my device again. So remember, we're just going to turn on the underside. Okay, and wait for those little green lights to appear. I turned it on. There we go. Wait for your little green lights. Just appearing now. There we go. And then we simply click connect. And then we click join. Now, as with our other two devices, what I recommend you do, every time you close the app down, please close the app down from your task manager. So that is where you will see all your open apps. You only need to close the eMark and the Go apps down, not everything else, you don't have to do those, but you simply go to your task manager. If you don't know where that is, check in your settings and just close the eMark apps down, because if you've left it open and you try to connect again, the device is quite clever and it will say, well, you're already open. I'm not going to let you connect again. You're already connected. Okay, so I have done a little bit of work on that, and I'll add a demonstration to show you how to do that onto the group don't forget that most of the things that I do, I save in albums. There's lots of demonstrations there. Please do go. Okay, so shall we do an imprint? I'm going to select one of these that we have here. I'm going to do, oh gosh, there's so many. Let's do this one. This is a nice one here. Click on good luck, okay? And I am now ready to print. I can add a tag if I so wish. This one is saved in holidays. Tells me it's already tagged, okay? Don't need to do anything about that. I'm just ready to print it. So I'm going to click on print. Remember, you see that little flashing light in the middle? That's already happened. So I'm going to turn my device round. Let me just turn this over and show you. Hopefully you can see that. Very important, when you're putting your go into your ruler, make sure that the go on the top of the device is facing you and it's the right way up. And we simply pop it onto our ruler. You can see we've got lights either side. Now this is great if you're not using your ruler and you want to guide, sort of line things up. So I'm just going to print that. There we go. Good luck. And if you are left-handed, then you can simply print from the opposite direction. Okay, let me come out of this one and I'm just going to print something else. Let me just select something. Bear with me. We've got Mother's Day coming up, so if I just move that up, let's click on Best Mum. Click on print. Wait to see that little blue light, sorry, little green light start flashing. And I'm going to turn you over again. I'll do this as if I'm left-handed now. So remember, the go has to be facing you the right way up. Pop that onto the ruler and then we simply just move it across. And if you're right-handed, then we would just do it this way. Okay, so I've given you, excuse me a moment for this, I've given you a pretty good, I should think, view of the, let me just turn this around so as you can see me. Can you see me now? Are we all still with me? Kate, or Kimmy, can somebody just say if you can see me okay? I think you can. Okay, so I've given you a pretty good overview of the new Go and also the app. My advice to anybody that has the Go, thank you Kate, is don't be afraid to have a play. When you're connected, you can print more or less anything you want. Oh, thank you Camellia, it's lovely to see you there. And I can't urge you enough, if you have any questions or if you need help, I'm going to go back in a minute and just show you where all those help lines are, but you can also send me a personal message, or you know, if you want to just put something on the group, one of our experts will be very happy to help you. If you want to speak to me personally, then go to personal message and we can do that. So what I'm going to do right now, unless anybody has any questions, because nobody's asking me questions, which means I'm probably doing a pretty good job, I'm hoping so anyway. So I'm just going to turn you around and I'm going to show you again where those help lines are, where those important details are. So I'm just going to turn you around again, bear with me. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to remove this and we can move down. See, I've got lots of imprints saved now. Do remember, go into that store, click on them, and then click on add to imprints, okay? That gives you additional templates. Let me just come out of this one. So this green, see these three green lines at the top? Click on those. We have our notifications. Like I mentioned, it's very important, I think, to have those turned on, because if we have any special offers or anything, you do not want to miss out. Okay, click on that and then help. Don't be afraid to use these, please. Now, Because I need my internet for these, I'm going to make sure that I might need to close the app down. I've turned my device off. I'm going to click on go to. There we go, there's our help desk. So help by topic, here's the software. If I just click on the software here, okay, it will give you information, all the information that you need. It tells you the current versions and the updates, etc. And if I just come back out here, and then we've got the manuals. These manuals are there to help you. On every page we have a bar there, so do put what you want in there and it will bring it up. Remember, regardless of where you are in the world, you can see all this information that I'm showing you, because we have something for your language too. If there is something that you can't see, then please do ask. Now, I mentioned earlier that the only accessories that are different to our other two devices are these here, the ribbon guide and the ruler, and also the case. Everything else that we have for sale is compatible with your eMark Go. So all of our recent accessory here, our recent activity here, can I purchase additional templates? Are there templates for free? So you simply click in there if that's what you want to know. Maintenance, like I've said, it is very important that if you're using any of these unique devices whereby the printhead is on the outside of the device, and I do apologise for the state of mine, I do use it a lot, then it is important. It takes a second or two. Just simply in the off position only, take a slightly damp lint-free cloth and wipe the printhead top to bottom just once. That's all is needed, once a week, and that will keep your device running smoothly. If we have any adverse weather, such as it's really, really cold or it's really, really hot, then please do be mindful that your device will need to be kept in a good temperature. So, you know, these cases are great for storing your device. I mean, I love my case, so if you haven't got one and you want one, go to either the colop-emark.com or our UK e-mark.co.uk if you're in the UK. So temperature is really important. Troubleshooting. Okay, so there's some information there, and if I just go back, we also have the contact COLOP support. Now, this is the one that's important for our people mainly outside of the UK. You know, if you, I mean, it's very difficult because I'd love to be able to put every single language on my group, but I just can't. You know, I do understand a lot of other language, written language and some spoken, but if you need support, then go to, I've just showed you, let me just go back again. So it's this one, cancel, contact COLOP support, click on go to, scroll up, and then you can visit the help centre, customer helpline. We are here to help you. We have Austria, the Czech Republic, France, Germany, Italy, Belgium, Spain, Switzerland, and us here in the UK. Here are my details. There is my phone number there and the times that we are available. And I know that most of you who know me know that I'm a little bit of a workaholic. So, you know, I will help you if I can. But, you know, do check out everything in here in the help, because there really is a lot of information there. I mean, the help centre is a great support. Don't be afraid to click on these. Click on help by topic, okay? And if you've got a specific topic, pop in here, and maybe you want to do, I don't know, printhead. Let's pop in here and see what we get. Printhead. Okay, so printhead, and then click on go. Gives you all the information about the printhead. You know, where does the eMark go, start to print, etc. Lots of information in here. Okay, I think I've pretty much covered everything. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes now, because we are finishing in a few minutes, to ask me any questions. Is everybody happy? Is there anything I've missed? Is there anything that you would like to see? Anybody there to ask any questions? Kate, if you're still there, have you been answering any questions? Is everybody happy? Can you just let me know, Kate, if everything has been nice and clear and it's been helpful? Please do feel free to share my video. Great, okay, I'm just getting some lovely messages coming through. Right, lovely. Okay, as Kate has just said, quite rightly, all you need to do now, let me turn it around so as you can see me. If you want to see me, that is. Turn that back on. So all you need to do is play. This really is a wonderful little device, as are all of our other devices. I use them all and I love them all. They all have they do have their differences. The app for this is so easy to use. You know, I mean, it's so quick as well. If you are interested in purchasing one and you're here in the UK, we do have them on our website, our e-mark.co.uk. And if you're watching from another country and you want to know where to get them from, then you can ask me and I'll point you in the right direction, or go to your support line. I'm sure that you can maybe ask from there. And don't forget, this is the fun bit. With this, you've got the exchangeable handle. I am going to add a demonstration, possibly this afternoon. I've got a bit of time to show you how easy it is to change this handle. So, okay, I am now going to finish this demonstration. I know that there'll be a lot of you that will be watching this later on over the next 30 days. Thank you for watching. Do ask questions, and if our experts can't answer any of your questions, then they'll send them through to me. But, you know, this is a wonderful group. It's a very friendly, positive group, and that's the way we wish to keep it. You know, if you have anything that you don't want to ask on the group, you know, you can always send me a personal message anytime. I am hoping to be on the TV soon, very soon with this. So, this way now. So do keep a lookout, and obviously we have a number of exhibitions this year, so if you can get along to those, we've already, I think Kim has already added a list of our exhibitions. Please do come along and say hello, and if you want to buy your accessories from us there, you can, and you get additional demonstrations. Okay, I've loved this. I've loved giving you a good tour of the new Go app and also the Go device, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely afternoon and a good weekend, because it's the weekend tomorrow. Bye to you all.